So there we go. So welcome to Not Actually Heroes, Cataclysm. Forget all that other stuff that you saw before. Last time, we'll just jump right into it. Last time the guys went to a cave to the north after a young boy had ran up looking for help, saying that an old miner was stuck in the mine. When they showed up, they went in the mine and found that the mech that the miner was using in place of, manual labor had gone haywire, and they had to defeat it. It looked like a big metal scorpion. So in doing that, they have ran into probably gonna butcher the name. It's Thavrak, right? There we go. Thavrak. Their new barbarian friend that has accompanied them back to camp afterwards. And when they got back to camp, Harrison, their guild leader, showed back up with Galen, and it's Galen, right? I'm not mixing that one up again, right?
Right.
Okay, I got it mixed up last time. I showed back up with Galen, and they said that Raz, which was the roguish type character they had helped before, is now going to be executed because the two dwarfs that helped him interrogate the Duke are both dead, and he is considered the suspect, the main suspect of who had killed them. They're not really sure why. They don't have all of the details, but they know that he is going to be executed at some point here. They also found out that the group that Raz is associated with, the Guildless, seems to have some way of getting information that other people cannot get. So they have access to some resource or something that is giving them information. So Harrison thought that that was a good avenue for the group to look into, but who knows what they'll do. So we will turn it over to them. You guys are still out in the forest, and what do you guys want to do? Oh, by the way, Harrison had just left. Sheriff DePenis, who was there, had just departed before Harrison got there. And now Harrison has taken his leave to look into some other business that he needed to tend to, leaving Galen with you guys again.
I mean, it's probably in our best interest to go and see if we can't get any more information out of this Raz fellow before he's executed. I mean, he's the only lead right now that we have for the Guildless. Without him, we're kind of back to square one. I mean, we can go and try to talk to Miley at the inn. She seemed to be in the know with Raz last time we were there. But I mean, aside from her, Raz is, I think, our best shot on finding out any information on the Guildless. I know that, Prugwin and Galen, I know, you guys know this, but Yarman, have you had any run-ins with this Guildless while you haven't been in town, right? You've just been in the woods here. Thavrak, have you been in town at all, or you just were passing through the outside as well?
No, I have not even heard of this town before. Just happened to be in the area.
Galen, Prugwin, who do you think? Should we talk to Thavrak? Do we talk to Miley? I mean, or Thavrak, do we talk to Raz? Do we talk to Miley? I mean, Raz definitely doesn't like us right now. But a dead man's allegiances are a fluid thing.
Well, I mean, he killed his two comrades that were in the prison with him.
So they say, yeah.
Talking. Maybe I can go talk to the Duke and get a stay on his execution so that we can question him. I mean, I
It's
did
worth a
get
shot.
talk the Duke into letting us stay in town and not be banned from Daggerford.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean it's worth a shot. I say we go try to have an audience with the Duke then. Why
And
don't Galen?
maybe the if we could convince the Duke that we'll try to stop the guildless from causing any more issues, then maybe he will hold off until we can try to get information.
The Duke likes you. Probably more than he likes anyone else right now, Galen. So what if you went and spoke to the Duke? It might be better to.
Yeah, I mean, he does think that y'all were working with Raz there.
Yeah, it might be better to take this at a more personal approach. Now, maybe you go talk to the Duke. As far as Miley, she knows. I mean, Prug and I were there meeting with Raz before Raz went to prison. That might not look the best. What if our new friends go and talk to Miley, see if they can get any information about this guildless out
Huck
of
kind of
her?
steps forward and the academy. We should talk to the headmaster. I had a good conversation with him, and I would like to have another. Also,
Yeah.
he may have information.
But Huck, you just want to go learn more books.
Poppycock.
We know your game.
So
You'd like to try to eat the book. I don't understand.
all right, so Galen goes to talk to the Duke. Progwin and Huck and I can maybe head over to the academy, and Yarman, Thavrak, Morwen, and Sir Eldrick can head over to see if they can get any information from Miley over at the inn. Does anyone have any objections? It's the Banderhobbs Bat, Yarman. Do you want me to write that down for you?
The other option would be to just save him, right?
That seems we just fell into the somewhat good graces of the Duke. I wouldn't want to push our luck right now with a jailbreak.
That's a good but yeah. Is he gonna talk though if he's willing to kill his friends to keep them from talking?
I think the point of why he killed his friends is because he didn't want them tortured for information.
That's what I'm saying. Is he gonna, if he's willing to kill them to keep them from talking, is he gonna talk to us himself?
Well, but if we go in and try to break him out, what's to say he's going to talk to us then either and not just try to kill us and get away at the earliest convenience?
It's
Versus if we
amazing what a
get a-
little bit of help will add to the situation.
But if
Little
we get to
common
stay on
ground.
his execution, that's also a little bit of help.
I mean, we could all go and talk to the people and then meet, somewhere in town in like 2 hours and
Yep.
then assess if we need to save him or just let him die.
Maybe we try the diplomatic route first, and if all else fails, we can try the route by force.
Okay.
You
Let's
see
say
Sir
we go
Eldritch really contemplating what you're saying, Exar, staring at you intently as you're saying these words.
Let's say we go in, we talk to who we need to talk to, and let's see, over by the Banner House Bat, I believe there's an establishment called the Scarlet Brothel. We meet there in 2 hours' time. 2 hours from when we get into the city. Any objections?
Silence.
Perfect. All right.
Sorry, I was
Yarman?
muted. My bad. That sounds
Yeah.
good. That sounds like a great plan.
So you're splitting the party up. You're
3
sending some
ways.
people to talk to Miley, some people to talk to the Duke, and some people to talk to the people at the academy.
Yes,
Was
sir.
that? All right.
Mhm.
So who's going where? Again.
Yarman, Favrak, Eldrick, and Morwen going to talk to Miley because she hasn't seen them before. Galen's going on his own to talk to the Duke. And then myself, Prugwin, and Huck will head to talk to
What?
the academy.
Since my character is new, what exactly is he looking to, like, what type of information is he looking to get?
Information from Miley about the Guildless. She
The
was there
Guildless.
during, so we met with Raz before he had some suspicions on the Duke, which led to his arrest.
Okay.
We met in the Banderhoff's bat after closing time. Miley was there and she seemed to have a friendly relationship with Raz. Now, I don't know if she's involved with the Guildless, but she definitely knows some of its members.
Okay.
I don't know. Perhaps you could pose as potential members of the Guildless or pose as people looking for information. Maybe she could point you in the direction of someone who could get information that others can't.
Okay.
All right. So just to be sure again, we've got Galen going to the Duke, and going to the academy. We have Huck, Exire, and who was the
Prugwin.
third one?
Prugwin. Mhm.
And that leaves Thavrak, Sir Eldritch, Yarman, and Morwen.
Yes.
All these new names. Trying to keep up here. Like, who are these people? I don't know. All right. So if I'm right, I think let's see, you guys had basically waited around all day for Harrison to come back. So it is, I think, getting close to the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Evening time.
So are you guys going to rest or going to town?
We've been resting all day, right?
No, a lot of us had decided not to take the long rest because it would screw everything up time wise.
That's right. Well, maybe we rest and get a start on this first thing in the morning then. What do you say at daybreak we head into town, spend a couple hours trying to get the information, and then meet up around midday at the Scarlet Brothel?
Maybe I should go ahead and go talk to the Duke because midday he's going to be busy. Like, nighttime when we went in there that time, he didn't have a lot of people with him.
But he did seem busy.
Well, I mean, if that's going on, then, Raz was kind of in the right and kind of in the wrong, especially with that closet.
That's true.
I was just thinking as far as the Duke goes, just during the daytime, usually nobles or higher ups have a lot of work to do in the daytime.
Also true.
I mean, I could go talk to him now and then come back to camp after I'm done, and then I can go with y'all tomorrow.
Sure. If you feel up to that.
I mean, all I've done all day long is be with strict ass and talk to a guild leader.
Will you be back in time for sleep?
I should be.
Do you need someone to go with you?
I only need like 4 hours of meditation. I don't sleep like some people.
Same. And I point at our ears.
We're nothing alike, Monk.
What kind of elf are you?
I'm a sun elf.
Oh, uh, I think we are.
Sure. If you say so.
Pointy. I think we're similar.
I'll
Either-
just let that lie.
Either way, do you need help? Do you need someone to go with you in case something bad happens?
No, I should be fine. Like XR was saying, the Duke is very odd, and you have issues with talking to people sometimes.
I'm great at talking to people. I don't know what you're talking about. Ask my friend Rack.
I mean,
Yeah, yes.
as I point to Eldrick, you call him a dick.
That is his name.
No,
Dick.
that's not his name.
I think you confuse our accents. He said his name is Eldick.
I'm staying out of this one.
I mean, you, from what I heard, started this one.
Me? No.
Yeah.
It was him.
I mean, we were talking about them when we first showed up
I instigated
before me
it.
and Harrison went.
I'm just saying, going by yourself could be dangerous.
It could be.
But if that's what you wish,
That should be fine. I'll be back before morning.
and I go over, is Stavrak cooking? I know he went out hunting and brought back some.
I think I did the rolls for the cooking last time. It wasn't great.
Oh,
Yeah.
He ended
This
up
is
getting, like, 4
delicious.
rabbits.
I walk over and cut off another piece of the meat and start chewing on it, and I'm like,
Mm.
Well, I will be back shortly.
All right.
And Galen disappears into the evening there. So you guys are bedding down for the evening, or does anybody need to do anything else?
I'm a little bit hungry. I think I'm gonna see if I can go grab another rabbit. Something. I'll be
do you
back.
need anyone to go with you?
No, I hunt better alone. I'll should only be gone a few minutes. Not too long.
Okay.
Can I go see if I can find any small or large game?
You can.
Okay.
So I think if you're actually doing the hunting skill, it is. I do believe it's a stealth check, right? I
Stealth
think
or
there's two:
survival, either one.
stealth or survival, right?
I would take
Depending
survival.
on how you hunt.
That is a 22 survival.
22, yeah. All right, Buck, do you have that pulled up where you could tell him what he?
So, you need to roll a 1d4 diz to find out how much he gets out of that.
All right. That is a 2.
Okay, so he can get up to 4 of an animal, and the animals would be like a hopper or a squirrel, which so a rabbit or a squirrel at that level.
Okay, so I will grab 4 rabbits. One of all of them, I will, while I'm out, after I catch them, I'll cut their throats and drain the blood as I come back. And one of them, I will cut the throat and then drink the blood. drink that down, and then kind of, wipe my mouth, make sure it's all
It's not as
good.
tasty as you would like it to be, but subdues you for a little while.
And then I'll come back, and I've got 4 more. Is anyone still hungry? Anyone want to help me prepare these?
I must make amends for my other meal. I'd be more than happy to help.
Fantastic.
I'm moping against a tree because I've offered to help 2 different people and nobody wants any help.
I'll
So
go up to you and I'll say, do you want to help me skin these rabbits?
Do you have a blade? I don't have anything sharp.
I'll hand him a dagger.
I start helping skin the rabbits. Just
Peeling them like a potato.
Have you ever skinned a rabbit? Do you think Yarman's ever skinned a rabbit?
what do you think, Diz? Do you think Yarman's ever skinned a rabbit?
Probably not.
He's
Probably
been out
not.
by
Never
himself for a
seen
while, right? So he
Yeah.
probably would have had to
Maybe.
have done something.
Let's just roll a dexterity check just to be sure that
Oh, Dex.
he
Oh,
should be
shit.
okay, right?
I'm not that good at Dex, guys. Dirty 20.
Okay, yeah. You do well enough, yeah.
I just grab him by the ears and
Job.
hand him back to him. Hey, I think I'm done.
All right. I'll hand the prepared rabbits over to Thaverick and say, there you go, your chance at redemption.
All right. What do I have to roll?
For cooking, I
cooking.
think it's sleight of
Slight,
hand,
right?
right?
That's yeah.
A sleight of hand is your.
Yep.
Are you ready? You ready?
Yep.
Worse than last time.
Oh,
From the
no.
7 before
Hold
to
up.
6.
Hold up. You can
Hold
also do acrobatics.
I can also do
Or
acrobatics.
acrobatics. Yeah.
All right. Well,
It's
Here we
probably
go.
not much better.
it's
A
a 9.
Okay. They're a little
never
crispy,
cook
a little
again.
on the dry side, but edible.
Guys, I swear, I do this for time to time. Sorry.
You burn things from time to time?
Yes. Yes.
Ooh.
Sometimes I don't burn them. Sometimes I cook them well. But unfortunately, I think I'm just tired.
You cooked them well this time too.
a little too
I-
well.
I like mine more medium to medium rare.
I think I think the spider is still in my head. The scorpion is still in my head.
That was a big scorpion. I start chomping down on the crusty, dried out.
Go back and sit over by, just off a little bit. Just kind of pull my blades out and rest my hand on my ancestor scimitar and just listen to it, see if I get anything from it, see if it's mad at me. Or if it's happy with me.
It's oddly quiet. There's nothing coming from it.
Okay.
I see him playing with his swords, and I go, Exire, and I hold up the dagger.
You can keep that. I know you don't need it, but maybe we'll need to skin more rabbits.
Okay. And I look at my shirtless body, wearing just pants and no shoes, and I'll figure out where to put it.
Be careful.
I just walk. I walk back to my tree, staring at the dagger as I'm contemplating where I should keep it.
Yarman, tomorrow when we go into town after we talk to everyone, we'll go shopping.
Okay.
We'll get you a belt.
Yeah. Belt.
Yes.
Or maybe a bag.
Why not both? Maybe a belt with a bag on it.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Like it could go right in front and have a little zipper. Just big enough to carry small things that I need quickly.
Oh, yeah, like a utility belt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could call it your utility pouch.
Yeah. And then when I don't need those things, I could turn it around to my fanny.
Ah, yes. Be some sort of fanny pouch.
Yes.
In my home village, we have a legend of a warrior from a faraway island who once wore those with necks with sweaters made of necks from the turtles of his home island.
Oh. What island are you from?
No, it wasn't my island. I'm from. Shit, I gotta remember. I'm gonna fix my story. I can't remember where I was from.
He's from
one
Oshit.
second.
It's
I'm
from
Oshit.
Oh,
from Osh-
shit.
Ah,
I'm from Oshit.
I've heard of that.
Osha? I've never heard of oh shit.
Almost there. I got the map pulled up. I'm my village is near Mount Thorog.
Do I know what that is, Diz?
I don't think that you would. No, it's yeah. You probably haven't traveled up there that way, so
Even if I had, I probably wouldn't know.
you probably would. You might have, if you had been there, you'd wrote it down, but you wouldn't remember. So.
I know exactly where that is. Yeah. Great people up near that mount.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I still have family up there. I left my brother in charge of the tribe while I've gone on my journey.
Well, is it time for y'all to get some rest? Maybe.
I'd like to stay up till Galen gets back at least.
I, like Galen, only need about 4 hours.
Well, if it starts to push too late, I'll turn in, but I'd like to make sure he's all right.
All right. Just kind of lean back against the tree, throwing the dagger as high into the air as I can, and then try to catch it when it comes back down.
It's in the bow.
What was that, Buck?
Ace Ventura, you go to catch it. It's in the bone.
I'm just sitting there throwing it up, catching it.
All right. So, you guys bedding down for the evening? You see Sir Eldritch over there taking his armor off.
Yes, I'll start to get ready for bed and try to stay up. And if it, seems to be pushing too late and Galen's not back, I'll go ahead and turn in so I can get a full night's rest.
All right, Galen, do you want to play this out, or do you want the conversation to be private?
With the Duke,
Yes.
it should be. It can be played out this way.
Okay. All right. So, you go to the keep there. Make your way into town to the keep, and of course, it's in the evening, but it's not too late at that point. The guards go back, and moments later, you see a gnome come out, and who you recognize as Zalzu, the assistant to the Duke.
Hey, Zazu, how's everything going?
Very, very well at the moment. I'm glad everything played out the way it did, and those guildless were captured. Do you need something?
Yes,
The guard said you needed to talk to the Duke.
I need to talk to the Duke about very important matters.
Is there something I can help you with?
It has to do with the guild list.
Oh, I see. Very well. Come with me. I will see if he's available.
All right, and I'll follow him in.
All right. So he leads you through the halls and comes to like a really large set of doors. He says, "Wait here, please." And he opens the door slightly and goes in, closes the door. Moments later, the door opens back up, and Zalzu is motioning you in. As you step through the door, there are some guards in the room. You count 6 around the perimeter of this large room. Duke, I'm not sure if that was his name or not. I had a name here.
6, or well, roughly the same amount as was the day that we got ordered out of town.
Right. So the Duke is setting up on kind of the dais at the end of this large chamber, and you notice a human who's standing off of the dais to your left, kind of just over next to one of the columns. He is wearing very, very like elegant clothes. He has like, even from this distance away, you can see that he has just a really nice like just jawline, just a little bit of like stubble that kind of creeps along the jawline there, and lighter like pale skin, but darker like really dark black hair on his head that's kind of whisked to one side, and in his beard, and he's just kind of standing there watching you from a distance as you approach the Duke.
So he's been kind of eyeballing me since I walked through the door.
Right. Well, there's not a lot of people in the room except for the guards, and Zalzu actually, as you walk in, he steps out and closes the door.
I'll turn and look at the new figure I haven't seen and go, Good evening, sir. And who might you be?
It's nice to meet you. My name is Sandon Hearn from Neverwinter. Who might you be?
I am Galen. Well, I guess to be as formal as you were, I am Galen Verona. I have been working with the Duke and the Adventuring Guild in this town to help bring some very devious men to justice. Or dwarves, as the case may be in this instance.
Dwarves. You must be speaking of the guildless then.
Yes.
We have a common
got
enemy
to them.
then.
Oh, we do.
Very good. Yes. So you are the ones who captured the 3. I got to speak to them before they turned on each other. But they are a close-knit group. They would not give me anything. You did not know?
We heard rumors as a group that the leader, Raz, killed the other 2.
But of course, that is what I meant. He turned on them.
I see.
I'm sure the others would have turned on him just as well.
Probably. That's usually how organizations like this work when they're up against the noose or the axe. Keep their secrets.
You hear a as the Duke is setting up on the dais and nobody is paying any attention to him at this point.
My apologies, Duke. I did come here to see you.
Very well. What do you have for me?
I would like for myself and some members of the team that you met to try to gather some information from Raz before you kill him. I'm not asking that you fully stay his execution indefinitely. Just give us some time to try to extract some information. We've been given word that the errand that we are on, that we discussed, he may have information on.
Roll a persuasion check. I would say with advantage, since they sent you.
That is a 19.
19. All right. He leans back and stares at you, looks over at Sandon, and very well, but Sandon here, he will accompany you. He also has concerns with this guildless, claiming that they tend to, or they mean to attack Neverwinter, the same as they have attacked us.
I understand, Duke, that you would like to have him appeased as well on his answers, but if they've already tried and failed, having him with me may not prove as fruitful. Not saying that he's not welcome, just saying that if he has already tried and failed, what's to have Raz talk with us if he's with us?
Sandon actually steps over as well. I would have to agree with our friend Galen here, Duke. Having me there would only agitate Raz. I'm sure that Galen here might at least have a better shot at getting some information out of him. If we can find out where they are based out of, I'm sure we can make quick work of them. Solve both of our problems. The Duke kind of squints at Sandon and says, "This is good advice. Yes, Galen, you and one other from your group may speak with Raz. He is to be executed in 2 days, so do not dally."
We will take this opportunity to try our best and figure out all the information that we can.
Very well, and then you will pass this information along to us. Is this agreed?
Well, of course. I would hate to not have the gracious host informed of any information that we find out in their town.
I'm glad we see eye to eye now. I'm sure we can get along very well from here on out.
You said Satan's last name is Hearn?
Hearn, H-U-R-N. Yep. Sandon Hearn, S-A-N-D-O-N is the first name.
Mr. Hearn, I have a question that I would like to speak to you about, somewhat in private, if I may.
Very well. Duke, if you will excuse us, I will escort Galen out, as I will take my leave as well, as he bows very low to the Duke. And the Duke tips his head to Sand, and he turns to face the door, gesturing you to follow.
Galen spins around. No bowing to the Duke, but Galen spins around to leave.
All right. So you guys walk down the long room that you're in, push the door open, and Zhaozu is standing outside. Zhaozu, we will not require you any further. Please attend to the Duke. Zhaozu just kind of bows his head, not saying anything, and just kind of meekly goes around you and Sand and goes into the large chamber, closing the door. And you guys start walking out to the main entrance. Sorry, what was that?
I'm trying to get Malnox to look at his phone because I have a question about something in game.
All right. So as Sandon and Galen, you're just walking to the front door. Sandon looks around and says, "We seem to be alone.
Oh,
What is on your mind?"
My team is near. They I have a better way of talking and addressing the Duke than some of them do. They may have potentially been finger pointed in being with Raz to start with, until I explained to the Duke that we had Raz come with us to the Dukes to try to have them apprehended for their misdeeds. So it took a little bit to convince the Duke to stay and not kick my party out of town.
It is understandable. One can find himself in odd company from time to time.
So, what brings Neverwinter all the way down here?
We've had various reports of this guildless upsetting trade routes to the south of Neverwinter. Which was bad enough, but then we hear of they have plans of an attack on Neverwinter itself. I don't know what they stand against, this guildless, but from their name, it sounds like they stand against organization, maybe even civilized people.
Well, from what we gathered from the way Raz and his compatriots were talking, they believe they were wronged by the Duke and the gnomes and other certain people of this town.
Well, what would that have to do with Neverwinter then?
I do not know. He never once mentioned Neverwinter.
Odd.
But the question that I really had for you was, the team I'm with have been in search of an important figure from Baldur's Gate. Have you happened to see any higher ranking military personnel from Baldur's Gate passing through Neverwinter recently?
That is an odd question indeed. Does this high-ranking personnel have a name?
Oh, I found the name of the Duke.
I mean, I think I have the name of the Duke, But I looked at it and I was like, is it? I'm not sure.
It's Vorheim, and I was going to address
Vorheim,
him
yeah.
as such, but I couldn't
Vorheim
find it in my notes
Brasscraft,
to
right?
start with.
Yep,
Yep.
Yeah, Borheim.
yep.
Damn it! I was gonna address him by his name, but I couldn't remember what his damn name was.
It's hard to keep track of all these names. So I agree.
Well, to be completely honest, the group hasn't told me a full name of who's missing, because I haven't fully been with them. I only heard Buckley as the name. I don't know a first name.
You see his attention snap to you, and then kind of just he looks away.
I've only been with this group for about a month, or give or take, but they've entrusted me with being able to join them and help look for this individual, and that's
Buckley.
kind of what the guild list may be able to answer as well. You seem to know the man.
I know of 2 men by that name.
And they're both
Oh, hang on.
Gerals.
Hang on. Let me double check that. We're at. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I know of 2 men by that name. Yes, both generals. I have not
I've
met
never-
them in
I've
this
never really
area,
spent
but
much time in Baldur's Gate, so I'm not sure of who exactly we're looking for. I just know the last name of, as the party was talking to their guild leader about it.
I would advise that you learn the political landscape of the areas that you occupy, especially if you're going to play games at this higher level.
I don't tend to play games.
Just the same.
I tend to get the information I need one way or the other, and then move forward.
So, will you be meeting with this Raz tomorrow?
Yes. But once I get this information back to my team, we will address Raz tomorrow.
Very well. I will be in town for a couple more days, so hopefully we can figure something out so I can not go back home empty-handed.
Where are you staying?
I've actually been given a residence in the town by the Duke. Forgive me, I don't know the name right off.
It'll be fine. I'm pretty sure Zazu can tell me where you are.
Yes, and I will mostly be here anyway, during the day.
I don't know how well you can trust the Duke.
I've played this game for a while. I don't trust any of them.
I mean, we've been in this town for what? A week? And there's been more shit going on in this town than I've seen in a while.
Yeah. Wait till you get to Neverwinter.
I've heard.
If you ever come that far north, plenty to do there.
I've heard that y'all have some interesting activities going on in Neverwinter.
It has a rather rich past. Holes that have opened up in the city, undead spilling forth. But rather mild compared to that nowadays.
The armor or the attire he's wearing, does he have any visual military markings on it?
Nope. No, it's just formal dress.
Okay. Well, I will not hold you up and take up any more of your time. But we will seek you out once we either have information or we don't. Can't guarantee Raz will say anything.
Yeah. Hope is not high, but like you said, you had some interaction with him before, so maybe that will lead to something a little more favorable.
Well, I will leave you to it, sir, and we will meet again either tomorrow or maybe the day after. It all depends on what information we get, because we have 2 days, according to the Duke, to try to get Raz to talk. And as you said about going home empty-handed, it would be pointless to come talk to y'all until the 2 days are up if we have absolutely nothing.
I will be around, and I do wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. Hopefully we can get to the bottom of this.
Good evening. And he turns and you guys, I guess, got to the front door there, and he steps outside.
Galen will start to stealthily make his way back to camp because he didn't tell that guy where he was staying. That way he can not be followed.
Okay. All right. All right. Roll me a stealth check.
Okay. That is a 18.
18. Okay. Very good. So you make your way through the town and out the front gate. At this point, it is pretty dark out, but you have no issue seeing in the dark, so you just make your way in the dark down into the forest area. Roll a perception check as you are traveling along here.
That is a 17.
17. Yeah. So you stop periodically, and you're stealthing, so you're moving kind of slower at a slower pace. You're just looking around. Don't seem to have anybody following you. So you just continue on and make your way back to camp. I'd say the whole process of going to town, coming back out, you should probably spend about 3 hours there. So
As
it's
I
probably
approach the camp, stealthy, who's on watch?
So at that point, do we want to have anybody on watch?
I mean, if it's still too early to watch, that's fine.
It
I'm
is.
just wondering who's up.
It's probably getting to be late evening, so probably I would say people are getting bedded down by that time. So, do you guys want to assign watch?
Yeah, I'll take first watch.
Okay.
Since I was already trying to stay up to wait for Galen to get back if he's there.
All right. Progwin, you want to be on watch as well?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. All right. So we got Xire and Progwin on first watch there. So you guys roll your perception checks.
This will be fine. Yeah, it's a 10.
10. Okay.
Mhm.
Solid 10.
Dirty 20.
Solid.
Dirty 20.
Solid 10.
What was your stealth roll there? I think it was like a 20 plus, wasn't it? Like
My
a
stealth was
23.
19.
Oh, 19.
Yeah,
Okay,
Progwin's
yeah,
on.
yeah. Okay. So Progwin, Exire is preoccupied.
Right.
Maybe you're still go over there with your blade or something.
I wanted to pop up right behind Exire.
Okay, Progwin,
Like,
you
get as
see
close as I can.
him sneaking up on Exire. It's up to you whether you want to say anything.
Oh, I think um, Exire.
Yeah.
Never mind.
All right.
As he has Exire's attention, I'm going to reach out with my bow so that
Yeah.
I don't actually touch him, and I'm going to run it kind of between his arm and his rib cage.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm gonna turn around and try to grab whatever it is that's touching me.
All right. So just make a dexterity check there, just to see if you can grab it as you're spinning around there.
Nah, it's a 6.
6. Okay, yeah. You try to reach through it, but you actually reach through the middle of the board. He kind of snags your arm for a second and jerks you.
Oh,
You're not being very perceptive tonight, Exire.
the hell?
That was a good one, Prugwin. I thought you were going to tell on me.
What'd you find out?
So, Raz will be executed in 2 days' time. So we have 2 days to get information.
Well, it's 2 days more than we had. Good job.
That there's a new player in town,
Oh,
a gentleman from Neverwinter.
from Neverwinter.
Yeah.
Remember, Harrison told us to be wary of anyone we meet or any information we get from that state, seeing as they are opposed to Waterdeep. This will be interesting how this plays out.
His name is Sandon Hearn. And you should,
Sandon Hearn.
yeah, you should have seen the look on his face. I told him that we were looking for a general from Baldur's Gate and gave him a last name. And he seemed very interested in the name.
That I don't know if that's good news or bad news for us.
He claims he knows 2 generals by that name.
Oh?
I didn't pry any further. But then he kind of sort of threatened me. He told me that I needed to learn how to play the game in the regions in which I'm in.
Perhaps he should learn that games change over time.
I'm not sure, but the deal the Duke made with me for Raz is myself and one other individual is allowed to go into the jail to
Well,
talk with him.
I don't think it should be anyone that's already met him before. It would have to be one of our new friends, either Yarman, Morwin, perhaps Sir Eldrick, although I don't know how Raz will respond to a paladin.
Come on, Exire. If we're trying to get information from an underground player, we don't need a paladin or a druid involved.
Well, there are certain magics I've seen done that
Well, that is true.
Sir Eldrick might be able to loosen his tongue depending on his skills. But I mean, if you want the muscle, Favarak might be the way to go for
Progwin,
trying to intimidate him.
as XR says that, you, as a cleric, you remember that you have, I think you have access to that spell right now, right?
What was that again?
Zone of Truth.
I think you have access to Zone of Truth, if I'm not mistaken. It may be too soon.
Mm, Not seeing it.
Let's look. It is a second level spell, so you would have access to it. You would just have to,
Prep it.
change your spell book, which clerics can do.
Yeah.
So you remember that you have access to that. If you want to speak up, you don't have to.
Well, Program will speak up for it.
Okay. Jump right in there.
The spell for Zone of Truth. I think I can do that.
All right.
I've never done it before, but I'll try.
I mean, that has potential. I don't know how happy Raz would be to see any of our faces, but again, like I said before, a dying man's allegiances are easily swayed. In some cases, I'm not sure. Raz does seem to be more the stalwart individual, steelier resolved than most.
The man from Neverwinter apparently was sent because there was the guildless had been upsetting and uprooting their trade routes south of them.
Well, that means that perhaps the guildless are on the same side as us, as we are opposed to Neverwinter.
He also has tried to talk to Raz already. And according to him and the Duke, they did not get anywhere.
Well, maybe if we play the angle that we are also opposing Neverwinter, that we are from an enemy state of Neverwinter and we have no allegiances to that state, he might be a little more loose-tongued. But again, I'm not the one going in to talk to him, so that's up to you how you want to play it. I defer to your judgment.
Well, from the way that they're acting, the Duke and this gentleman from Neverwinter want to be informed on what we know if Raz says anything.
Well,
I informed them that I would share information that we acquired.
exactly.
I never signed anything or shook a hand or made a all-out deal with either of them on sole information that we
And-
acquired.
Yes, information is such a broad term.
So, are we changing up what we're doing in the morning then? With
I'm-
me and Prugwin going to Raz and you and Huck going to the school?
I think that yeah, I mean, I think as many angles as we're able to play on this, the better for all of us. If any one is a dead end, hopefully the others provide some fruit. And it's better to talk to Raz sooner rather than later. If we don't get anything from him tomorrow, we still have another day before he's executed to go back, try again, and see if a day closer to death has made any change.
Yeah, and I told Hearn that if we have no information tomorrow, I will not be seeing them. Because what's the point of relaying information if we have none?
Exactly.
So, he's apparently staying in an estate residence that the Duke put him up in. He doesn't know the name of it. Of course, I mean, he probably just got into town today sometime.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure Zazu can direct us there if we need to have a conversation with him.
Wonderful. Oh my. This day is catching up to me. I think I'm going to go wake up our next watch and turn in for the evening. I say we reconvene in the morning, confirm our plans, and hope to the gods something comes of this. Hopefully we get a lead somewhere else to go from here.
Before you go to bed, though, do you know of both generals? I mean, I've only heard y'all discuss one with Harrison.
I have only heard of one general by that name. I've only heard of our one friend. The only other general aside from General Nicholas Buckley that I'm aware of at all in Waterdeep is General Lucia, who is the one who sent us up north. I've never heard of a second General Buckley. Perhaps he has a son or daughter who followed in his footsteps, or a father or mother that came before him.
Well, he said he's never met either one of them, but the name, apparently the name in Hearn's mind is very significant by his actions. We need to play very cautiously with this man.
So it would seem.
Well, I guess I'll stay up for the next watch, and then I will turn in at the end.
Any preference on who takes the watch with you?
Wake up the paladin. I think me and him could have a nice little heart-to-heart.
Sounds good. I'm gonna walk over and just kind of jostle Sir Eldrick.
Oh,
Sure.
Slide's
Oh,
here,
what?
still technically up, right?
Hey,
I mean,
sorry
everyone
to-
gets go sleep whenever he wants to.
Sorry to wake you, Sir Eldrick. It's your
We'll
turn
say
on
he's
watch.
tranced right now, so we'll say.
Oh, okay.
'Cause I think he stepped away for a
I'll
second.
get up. That's fine.
Galen's
I
waiting
shall
for you
put
over there.
watch duty. Alright, so I get up and I start fastening things.
30 minutes later.
Yeah, a good 30 minutes polishing his armor as he's putting it on.
While he's doing that, Galen said, "You need help with that?"
Oh, well, I mean, it will make it go faster.
I mean, we don't want you to be caught with your pants down. I heard
No,
about the
actually-
trolls.
I actually had that happen once. Funny story.
I'll help you with your armor, Sir Eldrick, if you need help.
You're asleep.
No, his 4 hours is up. He can be up now.
I was about to say I shouldn't be. I only need 4 hours.
I thought you were tranced out.
So there's 8 hours in the long rest. So usually we divide the watches up into 3 parts. So
I thought you said
have
there
to,
were 10 hours. Because of the watches, you had to take 10.
But I think it's like I think you have to have. No, I think the actual manual says that there has to be 8 hours of uninterrupted. In doing that, you can have them do the watches. So we would say that the first watch would be about 2 hours and some change. So part of the
Then I
way
might
through the
not be
second
awake
watch, you would wake up at that
Yeah,
point. So
I may not be awake yet. Then.
Yeah.
Forget all that, clan. I
we
won't
we
help
just had
with
you
your armor.
tranced since you'd stepped away. So so
It's fine. I'm basically just putting on my chest piece, and that's it.
No pants.
Chest piece, no pants.
I've got some
The
breeches
reverse
on.
me.
I've got some breeches on under it.
Apparently, JD has sparked a trend. No pants.
I wear pants with no shirt. Clan wears shirts with no pants.
I'm not coming
And he
here,
wears
so
a
what you
gun
doing?
belt.
I heard you got breeches on. I was like, I
I
hope
do
so.
have breeches on. I got breeches. They thought I was just in plate armor, top, and no pants. The ultimate weapon.
He don't got it.
We have a Savage Sally sighting. God, that's
Yep,
hard to
there
say.
she is. The
What do I have to
Savage
roll?
Sally.
Savage
You should
Sally signing.
Say Savage Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
She looks like she's about to kill you, Clan.
She always looks like she's about to kill me.
I am, see?
They can't see. It's green. It's invisible.
I know, I seen that. That's pretty cool.
The miracle of a green screen.
Oh,
Now she's gonna start screaming just so she can play these tricks with green stuff. Okay.
God, that's
Alright.
nasty.
I know.
So,
How do you drink it? It's
Breastplate.
like piss.
so I guess your AC would be like,
Shoo!
we'll say 14.
So if he has a shield, it'll be 2/3 of what it should be.
If you got your shield, yeah, then it'd be maybe
got
a
my
16
breastplate,
or
shield,
something.
and my sword. That's what I've got.
Yeah,
and his britches. Don't
And my
forget the
britches.
britches.
bridges.
Also on the back of my breeches, across my butt, it says juicy.
But they're kind of old, so the U is faded.
Yeah. The inside of the U is actually a hole.
Oh, God. All right, so you were going to do a watch, so let's roll some perception check.
Who's doing first watch?
Oh, we already did first watch. We're in second watch.
Okay. I'll do third watch then, I guess.
Oh,
Okay.
Levensies.
I got 16.
Okay.
Perception, I've got 10.
10. Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay. So, second watch. Is there anything you want to discuss or? No? Just stare at each other? Okay, cool.
I didn't know if there was anything that he wanted to know or not. They haven't really met me. I was gone
Right.
most of the day. So,
True.
I'm a paladin. I'm not a conversationalist.
he just does his patrol. About halfway through your watch, Yarman wakes up.
Hey guys.
the monksters.
How are y'all?
Pretty good.
I am fine.
Cool. Need any help with anything?
We are watching.
Mr. Galen, you need to go rest now so you can get yours in.
I mean, I can.
I can take over for you if you need.
That'll be fine.
Okay.
And as I stand up, I turn around to the tree that I snuck up on XR on and climb up it. Is set. And lean back against the tree.
You're going to sleep up there?
What happens if he falls?
He dies.
Can you?
I guess.
You do the healing thing. Can you stop him from dying if he falls?
I do the healing thing, not the soft landing thing.
I mean, I could.
I knew a
fall
wizard
there.
though that once could do the soft landing thing.
I can do soft landing things.
Well, then you can save his life.
Oh no, I can only do it on myself.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah,
You should really think about getting a different spell.
I don't do magic like that.
You
It's
can't just tell
not-
the tree to give you a different spell. I mean, you're nature magic, right? So you get your magic from trees and grass and
And they
forest
say I'm the
creatures.
dumb one. All I do is punch things.
Oh, I thought you were a druid.
No, he's a druid.
Oh,
And I
he's
point
the
at
druid.
Morwen.
Oh, okay. See, I was confused. I apologize.
I'm the one that punched you in the face over and over again until you fell down.
I know, but druids can punch.
Did I hit you hard enough that you forgot what everybody did?
I don't pay a lot of attention until somebody says go and attack the thing. And then I do so in the name of my god.
You know I could be a god one day. You heard about the tournament, right?
I've heard you mention a tournament, yes.
Yep, I'm gonna win the tournament and I'm gonna become a god. That's the prize of the tournament.
Can anyone enter the tournament?
I mean, I think there's some stipulations, like you can't already be a god. Like you have to be like a mortal.
Makes sense. I mean, what's the good of winning a tournament and becoming a god if you're already a god?
I think you have to have like trained in some sort of monastery. Like you need to be trained in combat. Like that's you got to be immortal, and you have to have some sort of combat training.
So you got to be a mortal and a monk.
Sure.
My
Yeah,
god
that's-
was not a monk though.
He became it differently then.
He was just a god.
Yeah.
He didn't win a tournament.
Who is your god?
The best one. His name is Anweir.
And weird.
No, not and weird. You have a hearing problem, I've noticed. I think we should take you to a cleric.
He's a cleric.
Well,
I
then he
point at
maybe he can heal you then. Maybe there's something wrong. Maybe you have demons in your ears.
I don't. And I just stop talking and start like really trying to think. And it looks like I'm trying to think, but in reality, I'm trying to hear to see if there's anything in my ears.
I mean, think about it. If demons wanted to get into the plane of the gods, the best way to do it would be to hit a ride in your ears.
Quiet.
And then when you become a
Quiet.
god.
I'm trying to hear if there's demons in my ears.
Diz, has Caleb went to sleep yet?
I don't know
Yeah,
if you can hear
probably.
them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say so. Nobody needs to hear this. So
I was gonna send the monk a message in a different voice and freak him out, but if I'm asleep, then that's fine.
yeah, we'll say you're already up. So Yarman, roll a perception check, as you didn't roll a perception check on your watch.
That is 19. I'm good at wisdom things.
19 total.
Total 19.
Okay, let me check something.
When he's got to check something after I rolled a perception check, it's not good.
No, everything's good. I mean, you are looking around, walking around as you're talking as well, and paying attention. No,
Every
you don't-
once
you
in a
don't-
while, I stop to try to hear if there's something in my ears.
Yeah,
I'm really confused.
no demons. You don't hear anything. Just forest sounds. Sounds normal. So I guess the rest of your watch goes on without any hiccup. You can stay up on the third watch if you want to.
Sure.
Um,
I wouldn't go
and-
back into a trance, so yeah.
All right. So, Thavrak, you're going to be on third watch. I don't know if anybody else is going to be on third watch, but I think we've hit all of the active players that we have in the game. So we'll just leave everybody else asleep at this point. All right. So, Thavrak and Yarman roll a perception check for third watch. 13.
22.
22. Okay. Yarman, you, as you're kind of just walking around and you're probably chatting with Thavrak a little bit, it's not so much you see or hear anything, it just feels off. Like it feels, you know how you kind of feel like somebody's like looking at you or something. You just feel like something's just not right.
I start looking around really, like, frantically.
Okay. I mean, in the, around the campfire and stuff like that, you don't see anything.
I look
You
over
see-
at Thavrak and go, Mr. Rack. I can't hear you. You're too far away.
Why are you whispering?
I think somebody's watching us.
Where? From where?
I don't know. It just feels like there are eyes on me.
Should we wake the others? Or should we?
I don't. How long till like the morning? Till like it's time to wake the others?
It's, a few hours still. This is right at the beginning of the third watch, so about 2 hours.
Not yet. Let them sleep. But
If you want, I can kind of walk out and a little further out and see what I can see.
yeah, but come here first.
Okay.
And I reach up because you have a hammer head on your chest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I reach up, and then I remember that you don't like people messing with it
Yeah.
because you took it away last time. And I go to the top of your warhammer that you're carrying,
Okay.
and I touch it, and I cast light, but I cast like a dim light.
Okay.
Because you can't see, right?
No, I don't have night vision.
So if you're getting further out, I cast light on his.
Yeah, we have campfire here, so he can see in the general area. But yeah, you give him light so he can, if he wants to go out into the darkness.
And I too would go out a little bit further and start kind of really trying to look and see if I see eyes or kind of anything.
So I'll give you the option. Each of you can roll either a perception check or a survival check. Your choice.
Prior to doing that roll, is there maybe like an owl or something kind of lurking around our campsite by any chance?
An owl?
An owl, bird, just any.
There would be some type of
Maybe some wildlife, some type of wildlife.
There would be definitely some type of wild. You can hear the wildlife
any-
kind of,
Okay.
around.
Okay.
I would roll perception.
Okay.
You
Do you
said
speak with
perception.
animals?
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking about doing. Is trying to speak with animals. So there's nothing like right here in the immediate vicinity. There's animals around, but
There's
nothing,
animals
like-
around, yeah. I mean,
All right, it's fine.
you'd have to hunt one down. I mean, especially at night, they're not going to be
Okay.
easy to find.
All right,
Especially
if-
with you
if-
glowing now. You
Yeah,
have
I'm
light
that's right,
on
I'm
you.
glowing now. If he's rolling perception, I'll roll survival.
Okay. All right.
God damn it! It's an 8.
I rolled another 17, so 22.
22
I'm
perception.
just rolling low.
Okay.
Jeez.
So you tell me what direction. Well, hang on one second.
Sly, you tell me where to go because you have this thing. You have the gift in it.
So, what I need is I need the direction that you walk in, and you do your perception check. So you got north, south, east, west, northwest, northeast, southwest.
I would probably go south.
Okay.
Just cause I don't know.
Okay. All right. So you walk south, and you go a little ways, probably about maybe about 5 minutes out, walking out through there, which is a pretty good ways, and you are just watching the entire time. You don't see anything. Don't hear anything. Just normal sounds of the forest. The feeling of somebody watching you just went away.
I would turn and go back because it would 5-minute walk for me is going to be a long distance. So I would start walking.
I mean, Monk is a little faster.
Yeah.
So you've actually really made a track out through there. Okay. All right, you get back, and it's just an odd feeling that you had. So
yeah, I would just keep a lookout, but try to shake
it's up
the
to you.
feeling.
It's up to you. Whatever you want to do. I mean, if you want to scour the forest, set it on fire, or whatever you want to do, just go for it. Whatever you're doing.
I could set it all on fire.
You
maybe a little pissed at that.
I'm gonna start with the tree that he went up into. No, no. I would try to shake the feeling, mark it off as like an owl or something watching.
Okay.
I don't. Just
so
keep eyes out the rest of the
Fabric gets a little lost out in the woods there, but about an hour later he comes wandering back into camp.
I found nothing.
I didn't find anything either. It's weird. Have you ever just gotten that feeling like you're being watched?
I've spent a very long time on the road, and it's a common occurrence.
Maybe isn't there like magic users that can do that sort of thing? Maybe they weren't actually here. Maybe they were watching us from somewhere else.
I don't know much of magic.
I thought maybe Harrison was coming back to check on us.
At this time?
I don't know. Maybe he thought we'd kill each other by now.
Perhaps. But I have no problem with you.
Well, that's good. I guess it's just a waiting game now.
Yeah.
So your watch goes through the rest of the time without any other occurrences. Sun starts to come up. Everybody starts to wake up. And right there, we're going to take a quick break. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Back up as the guys are going to head into town and see what they can find out there. So, see you in just a few. All right, we're back.
Party
Okay.
too hard.
So, the watches went by without any anything happening except for some weird feelings by Yarman, who investigated but didn't find anything. It's morning, and you guys are up having some breakfast and preparing to go back into town.
Is there anyone here that can send a message over great distance to someone? I know that some of you have the ability to speak into others' minds, but can you do that from far away, or do you need to be right next to the person to be able to see the person? Anyone?
As he says that, Galen sends him a message. Goes, Mike can only go so far. As he's
Unfortunately.
climbing down out of the tree.
I
can,
have no such ability.
I can yell really loud.
Huck gets up and says, I have heard of such spells, but it's beyond my capabilities at the moment. But soon.
I could possibly I can possibly help with that.
Oh? Now or?
Huck does like a slow head turn towards Thavrak.
Do we
you
we can
need
find
oil?
we can find a bird. I might be able to speak with it and ask for it to send a message.
Oh. Well.
Huck says, so it tweets the message to someone else?
No. I've heard stories from other villages of a way that you can communicate via tweeting. Not quite sure about that though.
So you send a tweet?
No, it's more like, I can, if the animal isn't being an asshole, I might be able to convince it to do me a favor.
Yeah,
And I'm
but
just-
when it gets to the other end, will the person understand what
Well,
it's
that's
saying?
why we put the message. We write the message down and tie it to the leg.
For a written
Yes.
via bird.
Yes, I would just be telling the bird, where to go and who the recipient is to be.
So instead of a tweet, it's more like B-mail. Nothing at all. Jeez, tough crowd.
I shake my head and go right back to my plate of breakfast.
Just confused looks all around. Just
He said a bird, not a bee.
Just a bird. Bird begins with B. B-mail.
I don't get that. I don't get the reference.
Yes.
I'm just
B is
concerned.
for bird.
Yes.
See,
I've
even
read
he
that
knows.
book before.
C is for cookie.
No, C is for cat.
This
So
message.
I read the
would you
second
need it to be
edition.
sent straight away?
No, I'm just concerned about our friend. We have another member of our party that left some time ago to take care of some business back in Baldur's Gate, and he hasn't returned yet. We were about a week ahead of him, and he had to backtrack a few days, so I don't expect him to be in town anytime too soon, but I am starting to get a little concerned.
So how far are we from the place where you want to send your message?
I have no idea. He was about a week's travel.
Okay, then I can't help you. I can command a small animal to carry a short message, but only for one day.
Yeah, see, the problem is, he ventured south
Yeah, I would have to give very specific instructions. I would have to describe the person and describe the message and describe where the person is to the animal, and then it would carry the message out. Assuming the person doesn't freak out when a squirrel runs up their leg and speaks to them, which does happen from time to time.
Yeah, this individual is jumpy. He might shoot
That would be
the squirrel.
disconcerting.
He might shoot the messenger, you might say.
Yes, he might shoot the messenger indeed. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait. I hope that he's not dead in a ditch. He's probably not. He can handle himself, I hope, but there are some really fucked up things that we saw on the road, so I'll start worrying if we don't see him in another 4 or 5 days. I'll really start to worry, but hopefully we see him any day now. Anyway,
Oh yeah, he's dead.
the plan. Let's
He's
does everyone know their
completely
part?
dead.
Does everyone know? Does everyone understand what we're doing today? We all know who we're talking to. We all know when to convene. Sir Eldrick, Morwin, Yarman, Davrak, you're headed in to talk to Miley at the Banderhaub's Bat, right? Just trying to get any information about the Guildless. I don't know, however you want to play that, posing as people looking for information, what have you. Galen, you and Prugwin talking to Raz. And then myself and Huck will head over to talk to the headmaster at the academy, and I will try to stop Huck eating all of his books. Midday, Scarlet Brothel will reconvene. Seems like a less than reputable establishment. I apologize, Sir Eldrick, but perhaps a good place to lay low.
Seems questionable, but I'll allow it under such short notice.
Shall we head out? Perhaps it's better we all leave at different times so as not to enter the city as a group.
Did you guys do something bad in this city that they may not like us or something if we're seen together?
No, but so this Raz, who's said to be executed, we might be part of the reason he was captured. So he doesn't really like us. And the Guildless, we don't know how many members they have in the city, who's with them and who's not. I wouldn't want word to get back to him that you are all involved with us, or to Miley for that matter, if she is involved in the Guildless. You know, I think the less connection you have with us, the better your chances are of getting information from her.
At this point, I walk over and elbow Sir Eldrick. Can I go? I told you they were the B team. I told you. You didn't
That is
listen
true.
to me. But I told you they were the B team.
Hey.
And I'm not quiet at all about that, of course.
Excuse me. We were the C team.
Oh, that's good.
Huck's like,
My mistake.
I would say a B minus at worst.
A strong 80%.
For some reason, I really like playing Russ's characters. I don't know.
I wasn't even a part of the team until recently, so I don't know what the team was before they left Baldur's Gate.
Honorary C team member. Maybe D team.
I mean, I have found out a lot of information, so maybe I could be on the B team.
Well, we don't know where B team is. They might be dead. So do you want to be dead?
Well, no, but
All right.
maybe I'm the only surviving member of B team.
Were you on the B team?
I don't know. I wasn't in Baldur's Gate. I don't know about these teams.
Oh, so probably not then. I thought maybe you could tell us what happened to B team. Be good information to have for Harrison.
They were eaten by a big worm that burrows holes in the ground.
That's terrible.
That's or stolen by gypsies in the night.
Perhaps.
Maybe they got wrecked by sirens in the water.
Oh man, so
I
many
have heard of that.
possibilities.
I've heard
Perhaps,
of that.
perhaps they were sucked through a interdimensional portal into another plane of existence.
Maybe. No, it could happen. Maybe they went through and they met this mage that's a bull and guy that works on robots and a blue tiefling. I don't know. It could happen.
Dave, it's possible. All right. Anyway, enough of this. Perhaps who's going in first? Let's get moving. We're wasting daylight.
Well, I guess you and Huck should leave first, right? Y'all have the furthest to walk.
All right. Huck, you up for a morning stroll?
Sure. Should we give the teams names before we go? That way, we know
Yeah.
what team is who's on what team.
Huck, you come up with the team names.
Okay. We will be Team Condor.
Okay. Team Condor. I like it. Strong.
I think in school I had an Operation Condor.
What about the team going to talk to Miley, Huck? What's their name?
Team.
Ooh. Can we be Mongoose?
Team Gopher.
Dead.
And
Over is a
the
noble
one's
creature.
going to talk to Raz.
Team. And he's thinking really hard, is scratching his metal. Team Dragon.
I like it. I like mine.
So you have
What do you
Condor,
think, Brooklyn?
Dragon, and Gopher.
I like it.
Right. All right. Well, Team
If we're splitting
Condor.
into 3 teams,
Yes, splitting up is always a good decision.
yeah, there's no way this ends good.
There's no way this ends bad. You mean?
No.
No. There's literally thousands of ways this ends bad.
Listen, I thought you two were a team of 2. You know, you have 4 people. This is gonna be fine.
There's just more people to die together.
Team Condor, move out.
All right. So you guys move out of the camp at like what 15-minute intervals.
Something like that.
All right. So which one do you want to play out first? Up to you guys. You guys can
We
roll
can-
for it if you want to.
Yeah, sure. Rollies.
It's a roll off. So somebody from each team roll.
You gonna roll at him?
Rollies. Rollies.
Not sure you want me to roll.
Ooh, we're going
I've been-
last.
I've
Well,
been
it
rolling
depends
like
on what
shit,
we're
so
rolling.
Clan, it's all you.
I nominate Clandis to roll.
Is it just a straight roll
Yeah.
disc?
Yep.
It's just a straight
rollies.
D20. Yeah.
Roll it,
12.
Adam, roll it.
All right. I got 5.
I got a 2.
I got
Okay.
a 12. We're number 1.
1 second.
So
we're
Miley,
going- we're-
Raz.
We're
and
going with
then
Gopher.
No,
Yeah.
let's go.
Go for
second.
Dragon Condor. Gopher.
That's odd. That's how I writ them in on the page, just in that order. So it worked out. All right.
So
So
let it be written, so let it be done.
all right. So you guys head into town, and does anybody remember the name of the inn that you're going
Miley.
to?
Oh,
The Banderhobbs Bat. I think I told. Oh well.
You told Yarman.
Yeah,
I don't
Yarman's
know.
not here.
I'm not sure if
Yarman left.
you told anybody else, but
I did.
we'll say that you did. We'll say that you did. All right, so you go into the Banderhobbs bat, and you guys walk in. It is just after morning here, and there are still a few people in here eating, but most people have either came in and ate and left, or so there is just maybe 5 or 6 people at tables, and there is just a few staff members. Did you describe what Miley looks like? or anything? I don't think you did. You just said her name. So all you guys have is the name. So you've walked into the bar, and
I mean, he told him that she was in charge of the bar and her name,
Yep.
not what she looked like.
Yep. So that's what you got to go on.
As we walk in, I look at the other two. I say, I'm gonna try to.
Oh, there's three of you. Yarman's
Oh,
there
that's
too.
right. Yarman's
Yeah.
there too. I'm gonna be like a Rico Suave type guy, and see if I
Okay.
can't charm someone. So I'll go up to the bar, and who's behind the bar? Is it a female or a male? I'm assuming Miley's a male, a female, by the way.
Yeah.
That a
So
safe
you
assumption?
have
Okay.
you have a guy standing at one end of the bar, and he's polishing glasses, and you
Okay.
see a woman at the other end. Kind of there's a back counter, and she's like writing in a book.
Okay. All right, how am I gonna play this? I'm gonna go to the dude. I'm gonna go sit by the dude shining the glasses.
Okay.
And
Looking for a drink, sir.
looking for a couple things. A drink would definitely help.
He gets a pitcher and starts pouring it. Pushes the glass over.
Awesome. I'm looking for a young lady who I hear is who runs this establishment. Is that person here?
He kind of looks over to his right, and then looks back at you. Yeah, she's right over there, Miley. And he looks at you and says, I mean, this guy does not compare to your stature, but he says, you're not looking to start any trouble, are you?
No, I'm looking for work, and word around town is Miley someone who can help me find some work. I'm new to the area. I was just hoping to be able to speak with her.
All right, yeah. I'll go tell her. And he turns and walks over and just kind of leans over and whispers. She kind of glances back over her shoulders slightly. She puts a hand on his shoulder, and he kind of walks just back into the kitchen. And she walks slowly down to the bar, just calmly.
I'm just drinking. Just relaxing. Wait till she gets close enough to me, and
she walks down. Just kind of flicks her hair around over her shoulders. I hear you're looking for work.
I am. I hear you're someone that can assist with that. I didn't expect someone as attractive as you to be able to have work that you need. How can I help? What do you have?
Well, I already see one skill set that you have, but what other skills do you have?
Well, and I just kind of pick up with ease my chess piece that I have, and I said, well, I might not be the largest of individuals, but my strength can definitely make some mountains move and put things in motion.
All right, roll a persuasion check here. Right. Just a straight one at the moment. Just
God, roll high. Oh my God.
A natural one. She sees right through all of the bullshit.
It's a natural one.
Let's roll just to see.
The
that would be amazing.
Hate me tonight. I hate it.
Well, personally, I would stick to using the muscles and not the mouth so much. But there may be some use for you. What type of work do you do? What have you done before?
Well, like I said, I do have considerable strength. I can assist in, just generally if you need somebody to just take care of business. And as you can tell, my mouth isn't great, but I can definitely keep it shut.
We might have some work for you. You gonna be in town for a little while?
I will be here for a little bit. It's me and a couple of my travel mates that I've come across.
Now, what are you guys
over
doing?
here.
Are you just standing out in the middle of the place?
We're just watching the chaos
with weapons. You're just like standing out there.
and I point to them and I call them over because
I
let them
walk
introduce
over
themselves.
with a little bit of applause almost at the chaos that just happened in front of us there.
There was no chaos. What do you mean?
But yeah, so I guess we just walked
Did you
in,
guys?
so
you walk over to her? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. As you guys walk over, she's just staring at Thyroid. She looks over and says, "Really, what are you guys doing here?" This one I can't get a straight answer out of. He just says he's strong, and obviously we can see that.
Oh, he's very.
You
strong.
rolled a 1, so she's burned.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. That's fine. I hate the dice roll today.
I cannot speak for everyone in our group, but I am also strong, and I have the ear of noble houses.
And she says, "Nice," and looks over at Morwen.
I'm just almost holding my head in my hands at this point. I'm just like.
She looks over at Yarman, who's just grinning ear to ear, and yeah, I mean, I could probably put you guys to work. Is that all you need? We'll give you something easy to start with if you want.
I think that would be right up our alley.
Yeah, easy what we can do.
All right. So recently there was, we've got word of a mech going rogue in a mine nearby, and
Believe it or not, we've already taken care of that.
so okay, yeah, there was word of a group who had dealt with it. I wasn't sure, but really, what I was looking for is like it had like a power source or something, and was really wanting to just see it. I might have someone interested in purchasing something like that.
She says this. I look hard at Sir Eldrick because I'm assuming he's picking up what she's laying down, and I'm watching for his reaction.
Eldrick is thinking really hard.
Did we pick it up?
Are you wanting us to steal something?
I wanted you to acquire it. Far be it from me to tell a elite group like yourselves how to do a job.
Sarcasm.
May I have a moment with my friends?
By all means, yes.
Thank you. And then I grab them and pull them over to a table.
She just kind of goes back to the back counter and is just leaning up against it now, just watching you guys from a distance.
Never let me talk to another woman again, okay?
Agreed.
I need the 4 of you to roll perception checks, and I know I'm saying 4 because we're missing one, but I'll roll for him, I guess. Ooh, that's not bad.
18.
Let's see what. That's a 16 plus 6. That's a 22.
19.
2 is really good. Let me look at what.
I'm terrible with people, but I am very observant.
Very observant. And he got a 17. So, what did you get, Clan?
19.
19. So everybody rolled really well. I would say the only person that didn't notice this was Yarman. She, as she's just leaning up against the counter, you see her just kind of glance to the side, and kind of make a just a very slight head gesture, just you know, move of the chin a little bit. And more when you see the kitchen door just kind of close. It was just slightly ajar and it closes. Continue your conversation.
Did anyone else just notice that?
So yeah, I would point that out kind of loudly.
Okay. One, I think we've been noticed.
Well, Rico Suave there took care of that for us.
Yeah. Two, as you said, once again, you're never to talk to a woman again in our presence. Number three, as a paladin, I am not able to steal anything.
Did we even grab the power source? Or is it still in the machine?
We didn't take anything out of the machine, did we?
I don't think I was even here.
No, we destroyed it. We destroyed the power source.
You were there.
To bring it down.
Yeah, we were all
DM2
there.
character or player. You were there.
Yeah, the player was there.
There was a lot of web slinging, and it was very aggravating for me. I remember it very well.
That's right. Yeah.
Divine smite on it.
You did smote it very frequently.
I mean, I guess one of y'all can tell her that we destroyed the power source.
What are we going to do? Because she seems to be onto us, and there's someone else here in the kitchen.
Someone in the and at this point I am turned around watching the kitchen door. Like I'm listening. I'm listening what they're saying.
So do we call her on her bull crap?
It's bullshit.
And tell her that we are onto her? Or do we just storm the kitchen?
Sure, I'll do that. And then when she says that, I walk over to the bar.
She's just leaning up against the back counter.
As Josh says that, as Josh says that, I get ready to grab my warhammer as he approaches the bar.
So I just walk over and I kind of slap my hand down on the bar and go, "So, who's hiding in the kitchen there that you just nodded your head toward?" I don't get out much, but I do watch everybody, and it was clearly a head nod. So
and
she uncrosses her arms and puts them, both of her palms on the counter that she's leaning on. She says, "My employees, of course. You can't expect that I would just let anybody walk in here and, cause a fuss without having some backup."
We're not causing a fuss.
I didn't say that you were, but you could. Look at that one over there. He is most definitely strong.
Hey, Diz. I'm going to cast Zone of Truth.
Zone of Truth? Okay. So you grab your holy symbol and just kind of mutter like an incantation and go. What is the range on it? Like it's a 15-foot
radius.
Okay. So it basically encompasses. Are you centering it on her?
Yeah, I'm wanting it to basically anywhere from me outward. In 15,
you outward.
A 15-foot radius around me.
Okay. So are you at the bar? Because she's standing on the back counter. So it has now you in it, Morwen, and her in it. I'm not sure where Thavrak and Yarman are at the moment.
Okay. For the purposes of this, let's make it on her.
Okay. So it's centered on her. If it's centered on her, it is still getting like you guys are in the outer rim of it there. So you two are still in it. You could take a step back from the bar and you would not be in it, but
I mean, I would assume I'm wholly.
I tell the truth anyway, so it doesn't matter.
You do.
So
I only occasionally lie.
There is a save for that though, right? So think there's
No,
a
there is
wisdom
not.
save or
There
something,
is-
right?
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, there's a charisma save.
Charisma save. So
I would fail anyway.
So the three of us would just have to roll the charisma save to see if we are just affected by the spell.
16.
I am completely affected by the spell.
Okay.
I rolled a 3.
You save, Regan.
Okay.
She fails most definitely.
I rolled a 3. So
Nice.
yeah. And I have no charisma modifiers, so yeah.
Okay. So
Okay, I'll look at
when
her.
you speak, you have to speak the truth. You cannot tell a lie. That doesn't mean that you have to say it. Like you can just refuse to talk. You don't have to talk.
We're not in liars where we have to just blurt random things out.
Yeah,
because
you
I was
can't
gonna start
speak
doing that.
a deliberate
Imagine the
lie.
scene where he's looking at the pen and he says the pen is, and he can't say the pen
Right,
is
but-
red or whatever because the pen is blue.
But we don't have to just start blurting out random
No.
truths about ourselves. Okay.
Right. You don't
So-
have to talk, but when
but
you
I
talk,
think-
you have to tell the truth.
I think the spell would be funnier if that were the case.
Yeah.
If that were the case.
I agree. I think we should rewrite it.
Could be truth vomit.
Truth. All.
Okay.
I look at it and go, please, ma'am, we only want to help. Who is that in the kitchen? Surely, if we're going to be working with you, then you can tell us.
You're asking who is in the kitchen?
Well, I'm asking who. Okay, who was? God damn it! Okay.
It's like a wish spell.
Yeah, I know it's wish. I don't want wish. I just, you know what I mean.
Now we're playing the game.
Who is the person that was hiding behind the door in the kitchen?
Yeah, because I clearly saw you nod toward the door and somebody
You-
closed the door.
You saw him. He was out here before. His name is David.
So what does David do?
David does whatever I need him to do.
Well, you made a motion. You nodded to David with your head after we were away from the bar here and went to the table. So clearly you wanted David to do something. Would you be so kind as to tell me what you wanted David to do? Because clearly it relates to us. And since we're working together, it would only be fair that we share information with each other.
I felt slightly threatened by the group of you, and I notified David to bring in some backup.
Well, there is no need for that. I am a paladin by nature, and as such, will not lie or harm anyone that doesn't need to be. There is no malice of mine towards you, so you are completely safe.
So why are you here? And she looks at Morwen, and then you.
Yes, Morwen.
Why are you really here? You don't want work, do you?
We've heard that there may be a place for people such as us that may be how shall I put this? Not particularly welcome within certain social circles, certain organizations.
I'm here to protect him, and I point at Sir Eldry. And when I say that, I have beaded sweat.
All right, she's gonna roll perception. Oh God. Okay. All right. She zeroes in on you. Says, "Why are you here, Morwen?" Oh no, she doesn't know your name, right? So why are you here? Actually, not just to protect him, You want to know something?
We were told what he said. We were told that there were others like us that maybe didn't have a home, and we wanted to come here.
She walks up to the counter and puts her hands on the counter and leans and says, "Told by who?"
Some guy in the woods.
It was rather a while back.
I don't know that I know his name. So. That's
I
not
know
a
some guy in
lie.
the woods.
Some guy in
Yes.
the woods.
I grab my holy symbol and kind of think to myself, forgive me. And I say, a while back, we came upon a dwarven gentleman. I think his name was Kaz or Raz or something as such. And at that, I kind of smile.
I turn and walk away at this point. Muttering something about paladins under my breath. I just I walk completely out of the bar.
When you say Raz, she reaches up and like grabs at your throat area, okay? So she makes a grapple attack.
Okay, then I would turn back around if I see that happen.
No, and I make a motion. I put my hand up.
You don't resist. She
No, I
grabs
don't
you
resist.
and she and then you feel like a pointy thing like sticking just slightly between your armor down low. Just what do you know of Raz?
Just that we met him. That is all. He said if we were ever in town to come by. I was hoping to meet him here, but I didn't see him. So he had dropped your name, so we thought maybe we could get some work and maybe find out where he was without bringing too much attention. But unfortunately, my friend here has the social graces of an otter.
Raz is to
As he
be
said that,
executed.
Well, then maybe we can stop the execution or break him out.
She lets go of you, pulls back, just places the dagger on the counter there.
Thank you for letting me go.
You would free him.
The three of us can certainly try.
There's 4 of you.
Well, the other one, he's here, but you know.
But you made the save, so you can lie and say there's 3 if you want to.
The 4th is an illusion.
There's 3 of us capable.
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh, I'm good at this. I say, and then I roll another one. Watch what happens.
You roll a 1. Oh my god.
Okay, it's actually, no, I didn't roll 1, but it didn't roll good. So that would be a 12.
I don't know that I could trust you.
Well, how can we gain your trust? How much time do we have?
He's to be executed in 2 days.
Well, I'm here offering to help you break him out. Here with my compatriots here. And as I said, I'm a paladin. I do not take this lightly. If I tell you that I will do something, then I will do it or die trying. My word is my bond.
Okay, make a second persuasion check since you've invoked your paladin status.
I don't want to name drop, but I am a paladin.
Is the circle of truth still active?
It is.
Okay.
Right.
So that's better.
How long does it stay up?
10 minutes.
Yeah, so it's still there.
So 24.
24. Fine. But if there's any talking that needs to be done, you need to be doing it.
Fine, I'll do the talking.
When she says that, I say, "You are so correct."
And at that, she kind of just holds up a hand, and then just kind of closes it, and puts her hand back down.
So I elbow Sir Eldrick in the side and go, look, I don't have to turn into a bear and eat everybody in the bar now. And I say that really loud.
That is true. Congratulations.
And then I realize what I've said out loud. And it's like inside voice, outside voice moment. Like, oh, sorry.
She's like, can you stop this magic now? I feel compelled to tell the truth.
As long as you do not lie to us, then yes, I will be, as I have your word, I will drop the spell.
Well, I told the rest not to kill you, so
And I grab
I think
my
we can trust each other.
symbol and I say, and we're free their tongues. And then I drop the spell.
Okay. We have a lot to talk about. So come back here. It leads you around the bar back to the kitchen. All right. So we'll stop there with them. And we'll jump over to...
we did it. We did it.
Dragon.
We did it.
Dun,
Hooray.
dun, dun, dun.
But
Team
now I got to
Dragon.
do 5 Hail Marys and 3 Hello Dollies to... because I lied.
Yep.
That's what we should have a cleric that prays to Saint Dolly of Dollywood. But you have to sing country music lyrics. Cast all your spells.
At night, you sing the party to sleep with a rendition of Jolene and 9 to 5.
All right. So Galen and Prugwin, you guys left the camp, I think. Let's see. We had Huck and Exire that left first. So you guys would have probably left second. So you get to the keep there. Still, it's just after morning time there, and approach the gate. As you get to the front, the guards recognize you, and one of them goes and sends for Zalzu, and Zalzu comes out and says, "Oh, Sir Galen, it is good to see you, and you have brought one of your companions. I've been told to lead you down to where we keep the prisoners."
Very well. Yeah, I was only told I could bring one, so I
Oh
brought
yes,
Prugwin.
I guess that was the deal. I was not informed of that, but he's jingling today. He has a large bundle of keys with him. He says, "This way," and he leads you out through the courtyard around to a side entrance, and there it goes down underneath. You go down several flights of stairs, and then you come to an iron gate. It's very, very dark down here, so I don't know. Prugwin, do you have night vision, dark vision?
I don't think so.
All right, so I mean the entry way here is rather dark. Says, "Oh, forgive me," and he reaches into his pocket and twists something, and it pops up and bursts into fire, and he hands it back to you. "Here, pop-up torch. One of my cousins makes these." Do you take it, Prugwin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Just a side note. I was looking that up. I do have dark vision.
Oh, you do? Okay. All right. Scratch that then. So he gets down there and opens the gate and leads you down this dark corridor. Eventually, you start to see light ahead. And as you approach the light, there are a couple of guards stationed. And they see Zalzu coming and kind of just nod to him. He walks up and fiddles with the keys, unlocks the door, and leads you through that one. You go through like another checkpoint, kind of like that, and then finally there's just like 2 different hallways. He leads you down the left one, and there is another set of guards there, and he says, "In here there are some cells. They told me that they have been cleaned up, and that the prisoner should be chained to a table for you, so you can interrogate him." He unlocks the door and opens it. He opens it slightly and turns back around and says, "Is there anything that you need to ask me before you go in?"
How close are the guards?
They're right on both sides of Zaozu.
We will need some time alone with the prisoner.
Of course, he's chained, so it shouldn't be a problem. You will need to leave your weapons with the guards here.
Well, we need the guards to leave earshot as well.
You okay? That is fine. But leave your weapons with them, please.
I hand them my bow.
Okay.
My short sword.
I hand over my weapons.
Okay. All right. So he says, "I will lock you back in. I will give you 1 hour."
Very well.
Pulls the door on open. As you walk in, there are cells. Like, it's a pretty open room in there. There's just like some barrels and some like just random stuff on the floor. Like, there's like in one corner there's a little bit of hay stacked up, and there looks like a barrel of water, maybe some barrels of food or crates. And then in the middle of this open room there is just a wooden table with a chair that Raz is sitting in, and then he is just chained to this table. There are 2 chairs on the side that you walk into, and on the left hand side there are like 3 cells, all with the doors open on those cells.
Okay.
No, there's nobody in those cells. Here, I gotta change this out 1 second. That other one was dying. Okay, nobody in the cells. They are just open, and there is some torches about the room, but not in the cells. As you walk in, the door closes. You hear it lock. There is an opening at the top of the door, just a small opening that has like bars in it, but like a slit. And then you hear the footsteps of 3 individuals walking away from the door.
Okay.
And then like maybe about a minute later you hear another door kind of open, just echoes, and then just off in the distance.
Well, it
Raz
appears
is
that
just
we are alone.
sitting there. He's got his head facing down.
Raz.
He just slowly looks up. You see the chains go taut as he just kind of lurches forward,
Why
and then
so
he
hostile?
relaxes. You betrayed me. You betrayed me and my kin.
That's not how I see it. You see, you lied to my team. and you almost got them arrested as you tried to flee the scene.
We were going
So
to take you with us.
One good turn deserves another.
Guess it takes one to know one, but we weren't going to leave you. You helped us get in there.
We did. But you failed to inform us that your plan was to beat the hell out of the Duke and implicate us with you.
And we just wanted the truth. Beating the hell out of him was just for fun. We weren't going to kill him.
You had a dagger to his throat.
We needed him to talk.
Oh, come now. In the circles you keep, there's way better ways for you to get him to talk than to put a dagger to his throat.
That's the way I get people to talk. I don't know what spells or means you have.
So why
He looks over. He looks over at the cell as you say that. You think I would kill my own kin?
Honestly, I don't think you did. But that's the story that they're sticking to topside. That you went, for lack of better words, feral and killed the other two so that they couldn't talk.
It's not how it went at all.
Judging by your demeanor and your conversation with the group, I figured as much. That's why I requested an audience with you. I also heard that you've been visited by somebody from Neverwinter. I met him. Don't trust him at all.
You shouldn't. He's a right upright prick. Saying he's from Neverwinter. I don't know that I'd believe that either.
Well, when
I know, when he came down here, he talked to all of us, one at a time. In private. Then we go back to our cell there. They throw us all in together. And all out of nowhere, my cousin, he just goes crazy. He just kind of puts his head down for a minute. Next thing I know, he had Marion by the throat, slammed her against the wall, and she was dead. And then he looked at me. His eyes weren't his own. And he came at me. I tried to stop him, but I couldn't. The only way was I had to put him down.
if you help us with information, I might can get you out of here.
What kind of information?
We know that you work for the Guildless. Hell, you may even run it. Your name's the only name that we found linked to it. So either you're the face of the organization, or they use you as the fall guy.
I feel like the fall guy. That's for sure.
Have you ever seen the man that came down to interrogate the two of you?
Before? No. Not before.
He says Neverwinter sent him down here because your organization is interrupting trade routes south of Neverwinter.
What kind of bullshit is this?
I'm just trying to give you the information I know so that you can understand that what I'm about to ask you, I need an honest answer to. And he's here to make sure that if you try to lie to me, that just maybe we'll get it anyways. I don't want to use him if I don't have to.
Well, what do you need to know then?
There's a general from Baldur's Gate. Last name was Berkeley. He's been missing. We don't know if he was kidnapped, if he went AWOL and swapped sides and became a traitor. I hear that your organization can figure out information that others can't.
I could
I need
probably
to know where he's at.
find that out for you. But not in here.
When I mentioned the general's name to the man that came down and interrogated you, he had a very shocked look on his face. And then he informed me that there's 2 generals by that name.
News to me.
And then he threatened me. I don't take kindly to being threatened.
I don't know anything about these generals. But I know someone who would know.
Then I guess you have a choice to make. And I do as well. You can potentially give me the contact and let me ask. And if the information is valid, we get you out of here. Or you can opt to plead that we get you out first, and then you don't give me the information and you die anyways. From what I can tell, there's some corruption going on in this town that lines the Duke's pockets. For that much of what you said that night in the tavern was true. Your means about going and figuring it out and putting a stop to it were wrong. Because that's
And I've
not
paid
how
for
you
that.
deal with. I understand. But that's not how you deal with big wigs and high towers. But this new player, how long has he been here? How many days have you been interrogated by him?
Just the one time. He kept asking about the guildless. Where were they? Told him I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. That's it. Seen him one time.
So he made it to town yesterday.
Must have. I couldn't tell you from inside of here.
Is your base of operations in this town?
So that's where it gets a little sticky here. We need to build a measure of trust between us. You say you'll get me out of here, but there's no way that I can trust you. And then he looks over at Program and says, but he might have a way for me to trust you.
He might, which is what I've tried to not use yet. But if that's what you feel is needed, then we can proceed.
Well, there's definitely a point of view why I'm in here in the first place, but you can see my point of view, and I can see yours. So, why don't we just skip to it and have your friend there make us both tell the truth?
Pragun, would you mind doing the honors?
Yeah. One moment here. Let me look this up. All right, Program starts to. He looks at the book. 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 He looks cast the spell.
Okay. So you grab your holy symbol and just whisper the incantation, and just for a moment, it feels like there is like radiance in the air, just electrifying. So I need everybody. The three of us have to make a saving throw against it. Josh, can you choose not to save against something? Can you just choose to fail? Oh, you're muted or something. Yep. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I would imagine if you're willing, you could choose to fail. I mean, as the caster, you could choose to fail. I would imagine that's
Right.
the way I've always played it. Is that if you're, if it's a save like this, and you are willing participant, and you can just say I failed, or you say the spell doesn't work on me. But I mean, I don't think there's a clear rule for it.
All right. So if you don't resist it, then you just automatically would fail, right?
Yeah,
like you don't want to.
Yeah, that's a better way to say it. Is I don't resist the spell, therefore I fail the saving throw. Yeah.
Right. So Prugwin, you would know that Raz has failed the saving throw. Like he is under the effect of the spell. Galen, are you going to roll against it or choose to fail? Or, of course, Raz would have no idea.
Is the charisma save?
It is a charisma saving throw, I do believe, right?
Charisma, yeah.
I rolled a 21.
He saved.
Yep.
18 plus 3.
Okay. So, I mean, Raz would have no idea if you saved or not. Only the caster's going to know.
At which point, after he's done, I send a message to Prugman. Will he be telling the truth?
Yes. Yes, he must tell the truth.
Very well. At which point, after he does that, I sit down in the chair for an harass. You want a measure of truth? How do you plan to acquire this measure?
Oh, did you roll as well, Adam?
I had not. I didn't know if you wanted me to or not.
But if you're in the area, you are under the effect of the spell as well, I would imagine, unless it says that you're not.
I got a 20.
Okay, so you save as well. So you say that you'll get me out of here. Is that true?
If you can get us the information we seek, I will do everything I can to get you out of here. You've seen our team. Hell, they fought your dragon, even if it was a farce.
He looks over and at Progwin. Is he telling the truth?
Yes. We are all truthful here.
All right. Then I'll help you. He sticks his hand forward. Shake on it.
Let's stick my hand forward.
Grips your forearm. Shakes. He, it's the chains got him, so you have to reach a little further over.
Yeah.
But he lets go and says, "The guildless." And he leans in and says, "They're located in the ruins of Waterdeep. That's our base of operations. There is a resident that lives there. He goes by the name of the mayor of Waterdeep. He has ways of getting information, and it has always been fruitful for us. You have to seek him out."
And as question. I know that there's no way in hell we can get to Waterdeep and back in 2 days.
So from Dagford, let me look at the distance real quick.
Short of magical means, of course.
Oh, magical means, yeah, definitely. Let's see. I'm sure somebody has this mapped out for us already. I'll just say distance between them. Somebody has to have had this already. Let's see. There's a map.
It's 500 leagues.
500 leagues under the sea. It's 3 parsecs.
Oh. So 4 castle runs worth. Got it.
Let me just pull up my map. Internet is failing me. All right, so that's 100. And we are there. And there's Waterdeep, so be a rough measurement here. So you're about 100 miles from Waterdeep. Let's see. I'll say distance to travel. It says at a normal pace about 4 days.
So.
Yeah, so you would know that it would take you well over a day to travel there and back.
So the information that you gave us is not enough to save your life. You know that. That's 4 days before I can find out if what I need is accurate. You have to give me something else.
What else can I give you? The mayor gives us the information. He doesn't come here.
You haven't heard of any movement of anything coming from Baldur's Gate? Personnel, generals, nothing.
No, we're not worried with such things.
If we get you out of here, what are you going to do?
What am I going to do? I'm going to probably show you where the mayor is, so you don't have to look. Then more than likely going to come back and take some of this out on the Duke himself. That won't involve you.
Well, you being the name that's associated with this guildless organization will always have a target placed on you. And if we break you out of here, then that's a bigger target on you.
It's true. Or I could just die.
Once we attempt to break you out of here, though, it'll put a target on us all.
Depends. If they don't know you did it, why would they come after you?
At the same time, if it ever did, once we settled that score, you would be next. If you failed to give us the information that you're saying that you should be able to get us.
That's what I would expect. Like I said, the mayor's information has always been fruitful for us.
The Count, or the Duke, and this person from Neverwinter is claiming that they want me to give them information as to the interrogation that we're having.
Do you plan on doing that?
I informed them that I would give them information if I got any. I also told them that it might take 2 days to acquire it, considering that we didn't part on such great terms.
Well, they're not going to let me walk out the front door with you. So, if you plan on getting me out, you may have to wait till I'm outside. Public execution and all.
You said there's light shining in the window from outside. Excuse me. Into where Raz is sitting.
Not like outside on sunlight, just there's like a slit in the door where the, where the guards were standing there on the outside of it.
Well, we only passed about 3 sets of guards to get to you. 6 in total. Getting to is not the problem. If we do it in public, they'll know exactly who did it.
Well, guess that's on you to get me out. If you want to hold up your side of the bargain. We have some means that might be helpful. We have an airship.
How many more of you are in town?
Hard to say. Any given time, maybe 50. Maybe less.
Would Miley know?
When you say her name, you see his face go real serious. There's no reason to bring her into this.
Oh, I'm not wanting her involved, other than to point us in the direction of the people that would need to be helped to orchestrate your release. For you see,
Man.
if we send your group to the keep with the Duke and pull the guards from the side entrance, then my team should be able to come in and get you out.
Might work. He looks over at Progan. Why are you so quiet? It freaks me out.
I'm not much of a talker.
Fair enough.
But he's a hell of a healer. You're saying that you don't know what caused your cousin to snap?
I don't. It didn't look like there was anything left of him. His eyes were just not his own.
It appears that we may have to do this in 3 parts. Your faction to attack, or at least fabricate an attack on the Duke to draw the guards. Half my team go and talk to this Hearn to keep him off the battlefield. And the other half to come get your ass out of here.
Well, I'd say you wouldn't regret it, but I'm forced to tell the truth. Who knows? It might be good, might be bad for you.
As long as I have your word that if we pull this off, that you'll do what you said.
I will.
Then we'll do what we can.
I'll make the introduction. The mayor, he's a bit of an eccentric one. But he will barter for information. His prices are fair.
Brugman, I have a feeling we're about to have visitors.
Visitors may not be good.
Zazu only gave us an hour. I don't know if any of them know any magic or anything, but we may want to get rid of this zone.
Oh yes, absolutely. Yes. Program dispels the zone of truth.
Okay. He kind of waves his hands around, pulls them down, and it's like there was almost like little sparkles in the air, and they just kind of fade away to the ether.
If we can pull this off, it'll be tomorrow night. But Miley has to be willing to play the game long enough to get you out.
Yeah. She will. All right. So I guess I will see you later then.
You will.
As you hear the sound of like a door open in the distance.
I want to wait till they're within earshot of the
Okay.
room.
You hear footsteps. You give them a fair amount of time where you think that they'll be within range.
And I send Raz a message that says, play along. Look, dwarf, if you're not going to give us the information, then you can just rot in this fucking cell until they execute you.
You bloody bastards. You're the one who put me in here in the first place.
Hey, I was just trying to make sure the people that I'm adventuring with and traveling with didn't get caught up in whatever bullshit you had planned.
You're just out for yourself. You don't care that I'm out for justice.
I mean, what kind of justice is it for killing your own kin?
He just kind of sideways looks at you. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to see you anymore.
This was worthless. And I get trying to start banging on the door a little bit right before he gets it open.
Okay. And you hear him shuffling with the keys. Opens. Oh, yes. This way. Out. Yes. The cars will deal with him. A monster. He shuts the door and locks it behind you.
Well, that was a waste of time.
Oh.
But maybe tomorrow he'll be willing to talk a little bit better. I
Maybe.
might bring another friend of mine that could loosen his tongue a little bit.
Yes. That sounds good. I will inform the Duke of this.
Very well.
This way. And he leads you guys out. At that, as you guys are walking out into the darkness and finally into the daylight, I think we'll stop right there, because I think if we get into the other one, we're going to run way over on time here. Because I know at least Malnox had something else that he wanted to get into tonight, so.
Whatever.
Yeah. Well, and also my little boy keeps coming in here and says, I said you're going to be done at midnight, so we got to go play in this box in here, so.
I mean, there's still 7 minutes.
It's Christmas time, so, there's really big boxes all over the house, so. We have to go play in the boxes.
Yeah.
It's
important.
I've enjoyed just the these little elements here, splitting the party especially. So I guess we'll pick up next time with Huck and Exire. Hopefully we'll have a Russ, and we can get in there. So I'm thinking, what is it, December? So it's more than likely looking like the next session will be in January, but depending on people's schedules and stuff, we may do it sooner, but
for sure.
Okay.
I'm thinking January 1st probably will be the day. So we'll have lots of football and D&D action.
Sounds
and
good
a lot
to me.
of hungover people
Nice.
from New Year's Eve.
Yep. Like, oh, fuck, I'll just roll something. I don't care. Fuck.
Roll the dice. Where'd you get? It doesn't matter. You failed.
You fail.
I rolled the dice. Hang on, I can't read it. There's like 5 of them on the board.
It's still drunk.
Sorry, your character's too hungover. You missed. You missed the attack.
You can IRL fail a Constitution saving throw.
You have to roll with your IRL stats for that day.
All right, so you got some plans going here, so you guys may need to talk about this stuff. Put together a plan on what you're going to do here, if you're going to break Raz out, or so try to figure out. Because imagine next time that you guys are going to come back together and share all the information, and so put together
Best
a
part is
perfect
gonna be
plan that
Paladin.
has no holes in it at all and will not
Flawless.
fail at all. So
Yep. Tune in next time for the suck.
Welcome to the suck.
Hey, it'll either be epically horrible or epically amazing.
oh, it's always amazing, even if it's horrible. So
Factual.
okay, so we'll pick up here probably January 1st, I would say. So we will see you guys then. may see some people sooner if we can talk Clan into doing a one shot, a Christmas time one shot. We're still working on that. So,
Yes.
this is gonna be really interesting if it happens. So
Tell me
we'll
more.
see.
Tell me more.
All right, so we'll see everybody next time. So.
Bye.